World War II was a global conflict from 1939 to 1945. It was the deadliest war in history, with an estimated 40 to 85 million fatalities. The war involved most of the world's nations, forming two opposing alliances, the Allies and the Axis. The war began on September 1st, 1939, when Nazi Germany invaded Poland. Great Britain and France declared war on Germany 2 days later. Using blitzkrieg tactics, Germany quickly overran Poland and turned westward. In spring 1940, Germany conquered Denmark, Norway, the Netherlands, Belgium and France. By June 1940, Great Britain was the only major European country still fighting Germany. The main Allied powers were Great Britain, the United States, the Soviet Union and China. Great Britain, led by Prime Minister Winston Churchill, had been fighting Germany since 1939. The United States, under President Franklin D. Roosevelt, officially joined the war in December 1941 after the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. The Soviet Union, led by Joseph Stalin, had initially signed a non-aggression pact with Germany in 1939. However, Germany broke the pact in June 1941 and invaded the Soviet Union, leading to a long and brutal conflict on the Eastern Front. China, under the leadership of Chiang Kai-shek, had been fighting Japan since 1937. The main Axis powers were Germany, Italy, and Japan. Germany, under the Nazi regime of Adolf Hitler, sought to establish a vast empire in Europe. Italy, led by Benito Mussolini, had ambitions of recreating the Roman Empire. Japan, ruled by Emperor Hirohito, and militarist leaders aimed to establish dominance in Asia and the Pacific. The Battle of Stalingrad, fought from August 1942 to February 1943, was a major turning point in the war. The battle, a brutal and costly engagement between German and Soviet forces, marked the furthest advance of the German army into Soviet territory. The Soviet victory at Stalingrad is considered to be the turning point of the war in Europe. Another significant turning point was the Battle of Midway, fought in June 1942. This naval battle, fought between the United States and Japan, marked a turning point in the Pacific War. The US Navy's decisive victory at Midway crippled the Japanese fleet and turned the tide of the war in the Pacific. D-Day, June 6, 1944, was another pivotal moment in the war. On this day, Allied forces under the command of US General Dwight D. Eisenhower landed on the beaches of Normandy, France. This massive amphibious invasion marked the beginning of the liberation of Western Europe from Nazi control. Section 4, the Holocaust, a dark chapter. The Holocaust was the systematic, bureaucratic, state-sponsored persecution and murder of 6 million Jews by the Nazi regime and its collaborators. The Nazis, who came to power in Germany in 1933, believed that Germans were racially superior and that the Jews, deemed inferior, were a threat to the German racial community. After the German invasion of Poland in 1939, the Nazis began to implement their plan to eliminate the Jews from Europe. Jews were forced to live in ghettos, subjected to forced labor, and systematically murdered in concentration camps, extermination camps, and by mobile killing squads. The Holocaust was a horrific crime against humanity, and its legacy continues to shape the world today. It serves as a reminder of the dangers of hatred, prejudice, and indifference. Section 5, the atomic bomb, a new era of warfare. In July 1945, the United States tested the first atomic bomb, a weapon of unprecedented power. President Harry S. Truman decided to use the bomb to force Japan to surrender. On August 6, 1945, the US dropped an atomic bomb on Hiroshima. 3 days later, a second bomb was dropped on Nagasaki. The bombings had profound consequences, ushering in the atomic age. Section 6, Legacy of World War II. World War II ended on September 2, 1945, with Japan's surrender aboard the USS Missouri. The war reshaped the geopolitical landscape, leading to significant social, political, and technological changes. Europe was divided into Eastern and Western blocs, marking the beginning of the Cold War. The United Nations was formed in 1945 to promote international cooperation. The war spurred advancements in aviation, medicine, and computing. World War II was a global conflict of unprecedented scale and destruction. It serves as a reminder of the importance of diplomacy and cooperation in preventing future conflicts.